The information provided in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. While I am a licensed property and casualty professional, I am not an attorney, and nothing discussed should be interpreted as legal advice. Every situation is unique, and laws and insurance policies vary by state and circumstance. For advice specific to your situation, please consult a qualified attorney or licensed insurance professional in your state. Hey friend, quick heads up before we jump in. I've got something really special coming your way. Coming soon is my new book, Renters Insurance Made Simple, Protecting Your Space, Your Stuff, and Your Peace of Mind. This book is all about breaking down the policy in plain language. No insurance speak, no confusion, just real talk so you can protect what you've worked hard for and sleep better at night. The big launch day announcement is coming, so make sure you keep watching this podcast. I promise, you don't want to miss it. And do me a quick favor, let the podcast play until the end. Please like, comment, and share with renters you know. It's totally free, and it really helps this podcast grow, and helps me keep bringing you this kind of content. All right, now let's get into today's episode. You know, people ask me all the time, Charisse, how did you learn insurance? And my answer is always the same. I didn't learn it all at once. I learned it one claim at a time, one loss at a time, one confused customer at a time. I didn't wake up one day magically understanding policies, exclusions, endorsements, and deductibles. I learned insurance by being in the middle of real-life chaos. Water pouring through ceilings, smoke filling homes, families standing in their driveway wondering what just happened and what happens next. Early in my career, I realized something important. Insurance policies aren't written for everyday people. They're written in legal language, industry language, not life language. And I saw firsthand how overwhelming that is when you're already stressed, scared, or grieving a loss. There was a turning point, a moment, early on, when I stood in a home with a family who kept saying, "But we thought we were covered." That sentence stuck with me. Because the problem wasn't that they didn't have insurance, the problem was that no one had ever truly explained it to them. That's when I decided something. If I was going to work in this industry, I wasn't just going to adjust claims, I was going to understand policies deeply, so I could explain them clearly. I started reading policies line by line. I asked questions. I sat with other adjusters, contractors, mitigation teams. I paid attention to my claims from beginning to end. I learned how coverage actually applies, not just how it's supposed to sound in theory. What did I learn along the way? Before I continue, please help me out. Watch until the end. Please like, comment, and share. It's free, and it helps this community grow. Thank you. So, here's the truth I discovered. Insurance isn't hard. It's unfamiliar. Once you understand how coverage is triggered, what exclusions really mean, why deductibles matter, and how claims are evaluated, it stops being scary. You start asking better questions. You start making smarter decisions. And most importantly, you stop being surprised after a loss. That's why I do what I do today. That's why I teach what I teach. I teach homeowners, renters, agents, adjusters, and contractors how to read policies without intimidation, understand coverage before a loss, knowing what to expect during a claim, and to advocate for themselves confidently. Because I believe knowledge is protection. I don't want you learning your policy for the first time while water is dripping from your ceiling or smoke is in your living room, or your belongings are gone. And here's the best part. If I can learn insurance, you can too. You don't need 25 years in the industry. You don't need a license. You just need someone willing to explain it in plain language, real examples, and honest conversations. That's what Property Talk is about. That's why Ask the Expert Property Insurance Consultant exists. That's why I show up every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by insurance, if you've ever thought, I'll deal with it later, or I don't even know what questions to ask, you're exactly who I do this for. Stick with me, I'll teach you how insurance works, step by step, story by story. So when life happens, you're prepared, not panicked. I'm Charisse, and this is Property Talk. Because understanding your insurance shouldn't be a mystery. It should be empowering. Subscribe to my channel now so you can understand your insurance policy before you need it, not after.